What's up, guys? Hope you can hear me loud and clear today. What's going on, everyone? It's me, Rody here. Yep, Sheets is out, Bobby's out, so you got me stuck with me. I know. I got my green shirt on, so it's screwing up my green screen. Spartans play tonight, college football. Who's going to be watching some games this weekend? Comment in the comments to tell me how many games you're going to be watching and which is your favorite team of the weekend. We're going to be watching Sparty tonight after this lock show, actually. I probably won't take that long because I still got to build a lineup. Some other people in the Discord want to look at some lineup builds as well in the premium chat. So we're going to have to work on some lineups for them. I'm going to probably show you guys the Saber Sim here. We got weather report. Actually, looks pretty fantastic. Nothing on the radar tonight for weather. I'll update you guys there to start. Who we stacking on this huge slate? That is a good question. It's a huge slate. I've got it narrowed down pretty much to my teams. If you guys have the playbook, I'll throw this on the screen. Hopefully it pops up. It should pop up any minute now. I don't know why it's not popping up. All right. Maybe it's not going to pop up. Okay. Is this popping up? Do you guys see my playbook spreadsheet? Why is that not popping up? All right, you guys just see the Sabersim projections right now? Well, that's what we need to do, I guess. This thing is pretty finicky. All right. Sorry about that. All right, let's just get to who we're stacking. Yeah, just Saber. That's fine. Actually, I can just go to my tools or my daily pro picks. I don't know why. I can just pull it up right here for my playbook. For today, 9-1, guys. I wrote up a nice little article for everybody today. This is premium, so if you're not premium, you get to see this. I usually give a nice little write-up. Some days it's smaller. Some days it's larger than this, depending on what I put time in. I get all my picks. This is a lot of picks for DK today. Vandal usually not so much. Maybe Freddie we could probably knock down a little bit. I'm not on as much. Tyler Glasgow and Cody I'm not on today. Joe Ryan's favorable. And two pitchers on here that I'm not on, which would be Tukey, which you could play against Detroit, but I also like Detroit stacks. So you can play both sides of that game. I think if you guys watched Goldie's video earlier, he talked about that. James Paxton didn't make the projection here, but I really like him a lot tonight. I think he's going to be in my main lineups. He might be in my main line, but 7,500, he's just too cheap. I also like Eduardo Rodriguez to correlate with the Detroit stacks here. A low ownership play. Logan Gilbert has another low ownership play that I don't mind. JP Sears and Patrick Sandoval, I think, are the two main optimal pitching options we have. But I mean, I'm kind of getting off Sears a little bit more. I don't like some of the stats Goalie gave in his video. So I think I'm going to shift that to Sandoval and James Paxton combination for my lineups today. I really like those two guys and maybe do a Justin Verlander combo. I like him as the highest spend. Max Scherzer's okay. He's in a good matchup. I think there's some upside there in that matchup, but I probably think I like JV a little bit more, but I'm a little worried about it. So you guys know I do usually pay down, and then I want to stack these big hitters. Blue Jays today are the top. I'm getting a little bit more Rockies today. Now all of a sudden, I think there's a nice Toronto 3-man or Toronto 5-man with 3 Rockies that I really like. With a double spend down. That is with the JP Sears one, though. I haven't worked it out yet without playing Sears. Astros are viable for an expensive stack, but the Orioles are probably the stack my favorite is tonight. One of the favorite stacks. 3-man Braves as well. I'm trying to jam in Gunnar Henderson, Santander, and those guys. So those are the guys I'm stacking today. And that's all right here in the playbook, guys. Miami Marlins are budget friendly option. We can go Diamondbacks in that same leverage game with the Orioles. I got them marked here. I think that's a good game stack game. I might even have a full game stack of that one too. So I did build some lineups here. I did want to go. We can go position by position, but I mean, I pretty much did that. Paxton's up a little higher now here at 7,500. I really like Gilbert's right here at 93. He'd be kind of a spend up option, but you can play Eduardo, probably a little bit less ownership too. Let me see the ownership. Where the hell did my ownership go? What am I missing? I got all the projections here. Now I don't have the ownership. Goal aggregate ownership right there. So Sandoval's up a little bit higher. He's showing 20% on other sites. So we might want to watch that as the time goes on. Sears is a little higher. Tucson, not much. Is a leverage stack or leverage pitcher. Rodriguez, he's fine. I like him against the White Sox. He's very low owned, so that's a very good leverage option. Wheeler, I don't mind. Verlander, I don't mind. Max Scherzer is very high owned, but he's also expensive, so we have to make sure we talk expensive. Also, guys, like and subscribe. I see we had a few likes before we even had the video. Also, make sure you guys drop a comment in the comment section asking me a question, something you got going on. Also, who you watching tonight for football? Michigan State, hopefully. If you're another fan of another team, drop it in the who's your team for this weekend that you're going to be rooting for in football. We got football, college football happening, so that's going on as well. So catcher, Danny Jansen, Toronto game, probably the best. I'm going to have a hard time getting off the Toronto game. Jansen's, I mean, they're not even coming in that high owned. I guess Jansen is probably. Rushman gets a lot of walks, but he's that leveraged player in that other game. Murphy's might be in tonight. We don't know on that Braves lineup yet. But yeah, there's some good catcher options at the top. Will Smith, if he's in the game. Other guys that I like, Cal Raleigh's a little bit higher up. Pittsburgh stacks. I know there's some. He's pretty cheap. Endy Rodriguez here. Don't mind him. You can get Connor Wong in the Boston stack as well. Boston's another stack I didn't mention, but I like them. I think they're like the second team behind Toronto. So it's like Boston or Toronto, Boston, and then Baltimore for me probably today on this big slate. Catcher's really tough. I'm probably gonna take Jansen in one, but that sucks. He's getting a lot more ownership now. That's pretty high. Diaz in the Colorado batting up in the order. That's not bad at his ownership's a little lower if you want to go there. First base is always tough. There's a lot of options. Vlad's a good option. Vlad's a really good option, obviously, in Coors. Ownership's going to reflect that. Brandon Belt's getting some, but I think he's priced up too high for what I want to pay. Although he hits homers all the time, so he's an option. Cassie at first base for Boston, batting in a good spot. You got Freddie Freeman still. You got, Olsen up here, way up here. The pricier guys. I mean, these guys are going to hit it out, though. Turner for the Boston stack, but I don't like him as much. And some flyers. Ryan O'Hearn, that Baltimore stack. He's first base eligible, batting up there in the order, it looks like. I think they must have just came out with their order. Dodgers come out with their order. They got Betts, Freeman, Smith, Rosario, Taylor, Muncy, Hernandez, Outman, Rojas. Did Baltimore have their order out already? I thought they would. All right, regardless, whatever. That's fine. Some Marlins too. We can get to in that stack. Whit Merrifield grades out at the top. He's actually got over. I don't know. I like Snyder better for that stack. Albies is still there. Luis Arias for Miami. That's what Miami I just talked about. Hotel Tuve, but he's priced up. I don't really like him as much. Yeah. So those are some of the guys I'm on. I'm pretty much on that Toronto stack. We got Gunnar Henderson here. We got Devers. Gunner's going to get a lot less ownership. You can play him at shortstop, though. So if you did want to stack Baltimore and Boston, you can still kind of do that. You can play Devers at third. Riley there at third. Bregman I'm off of. I think he's priced up. I didn't like the numbers on him. Berger I'm off of. Ryan McMahon, I do like him today in the Colorado game. That pit stack, you can still get Hayes batting up in the order, which is good. You get a decent, affordable Pittsburgh stack, so that's not too bad. Muncy there, he's priced up. Clement here at 2,600 though. He's going to be that other guy. I kind of am trying to figure out whether I want to do like Clement at third and then Gunner at shortstop. I haven't quite figured the lineup out yet. I don't know. I kind of like that Toronto Baltimore stack a little bit. I do like the Colorado Toronto stack, full game stack, and then I mentioned O'Hearn. He's way down the list, but when I was at first base position, I mentioned O'Hearn in the Baltimore stack. He's kind of popping. It's just if I'm stacking Baltimore and Toronto, I have to give up Vlad and I have to give up Belts. I did try to put O'Hearn in the outfield because he's cheaper at 3,500, but I was like $200 short or $500 short. I needed a $3,000 outfielder, so I haven't messed with my builds yet, so I haven't really kind of figured out how I'm gonna assemble these guys. You're basically every day putting a pieces of puzzle together. Hey, I like these teams, they grade out well. Now, what pieces can I use to put them together? Is basically what it is. And you have to be okay with majority of the team when you're stacking them. Like I like a lot of Baltimore, I like a lot of Toronto. And then now it's like, do I play Witt at second, Snyder at outfield, double play them? Or do I have like O'Hearn there at first, kind of piecing what we want together. So really haven't figured it out yet. I do like Tover at shortstop. That's one guy I want to mention. So I did have one where I got Rogers. I forgot to mention. I said Rogers at second. Rogers at second, Tovar, and then you can play McManahan, which not a lot of people are going to be on that lefty-lefty matchup for McManahan. But I mean, it's a nice viable. You can get both pitchers that we want in a 5-3 stack that we kind of like in a game stack environment. Gunner's probably my favorite here. I haven't seen the lineup yet, but maybe it come out. I guess these guys are projecting the order. That should be. Oh, I guess he's not viable yet. My bad. I'm reading what that's projected. Um, JP Crawford's priced up. Tim Anderson. The White Sox are still low against Rodriguez. I don't really like them. Washington don't like them really. Our Arcia down here a little bit too. I don't know. I'm really liking these top guys: Henderson, Tovar, and then there might be some value pieces down here that we talked about earlier. What was the value piece? Clement he's only third base though. Oh no, he's third and short. So yeah, you can use him third and short. My bad. 2,600. I like that. Coors Field. Outfield, we got a lot of guys. Springer's going to grade out the best. I really like him today. His ownership's really popping. The aggregate ownership, guys, if you guys subscribe to Saber, you can get this ownership. Um, yeah, this is pretty deadly because a lot of sites will have these guys at like 10%, and they just bumped them up maybe 20 minutes ago, a little bit higher than this, but you can see the industry average is even higher than that on them. So you're getting a benefit here when you're looking at the aggregate ownership on how high they are. What is Sabres ownership on this? If I can move, I got too many things going on the screen here. Why is it not showing Sabre? I don't know. My ownership. I can make it Sabre. I think that was Sabre. So 30%. So maybe they're coming up a lot on these guys in Toronto, I think. All right, regardless, outfield's good. It's loaded as always. Mookie, you got Solaire's in, I think. You got Jazz Chisholm, which is awesome. That Miami pieces. Witt's up there. Acuna has been smashing. He's expensive. Springer's there, 5,100. I like that. Varshaw in that same game at 3,900. You got all the Baltimore guys that we talked about. Santander. Mullins is up here probably too. Santander. I like Mullins today. I like O'Hearn in the outfield. You can play. Mullins is right here, 5,000. He's a little bit more pricey. Hopefully batting sixth. Yeah, so right here's another cheapo. Oh, O'Hearn, obviously, but where'd he go? Jesus Sanchez, 2,800 batting sixth today. That's a guy that I can get behind. If I do some sort of Atlanta stack, I might have to do it with some of these cheaper outfielders or cheaper guys that you can pair them with. So yeah, I like that a lot. He's one of my little sleeper guys. Hayes is right here at 4,400. He's priced up. I liked him better when he was 3,700. Man, I now he's batting so probably more back in the order. I don't know. I really like this kid though, but you know, different things happen. So all right, guys, that's kind of what I'm doing. Um, basically lay it out on the playbook. These are my stacks. I didn't mention any Tigers specifically, but they got some. They're kind of priced in the 4K range. They're a little bit priced up, so I didn't put them as like a stack that I like, but I put them as a leverage stack because they're going to give you some ownership discount, and they're going up against a pitcher that's potentially a little bit more chalky. If you look at pitchers, I don't remember what is. Wardo wasn't that chalky, but Toussaint maybe was getting some ownership, 7-ish percent. Nah, not that much. Thought he was around 10 or 11, but he's down a little bit more. But I mean, at 6K, he's viable too. You can play both sides of that game. I think, for stack or pitcher. Guys, only 2 likes on this. Hit that dang like button, you filthy animals, and let's get after it. It's so easy just to tap it. Just tapping it, tapping it. You know what I mean? Tapping in. I like tapping it in, right? Right. We all like tapping it in. Hey. Come on, guys. 16 of you in here. Just tap it in and let's go. All right. If you guys haven't watched any of my best ball videos, you better be watching those too. We popped a good one off today. It's over 250 views. That means some of you probably watched it. So that's a good one today. Also, we dropped some new, strat. We did a live draft last night. If you want to watch us draft a live draft, that was fun. Good questions in the chat last night. I loved it. No questions here for baseball. What about K. Ruse at catcher? Yeah, he's 4K, right? I didn't specifically mention him, but I know what his price was. I don't mind it at all. He's batting a good spot. He's getting some ownership. Goldie liked the numbers on it. Ruiz, he's got homer upside. He's playing at Washington versus at Miami, right? I believe they're at Washington, yeah. So I think those are good plays. Yeah. Catcher's kind of tough actually. There's a lot of good options at the top, but there's always a good option. Like one of these guys going to hit 2 homers tonight, right? Connor Wong at 2,600. You could do something crazy. One of these guys going to go off. Monroe at 2,600 in that Baltimore game we like. Guys that are not totally fond of, but like they're going to be viable. We don't have starting lineups for everyone yet, so there's why a lot of empty spots. We did get the Atlanta Acuna, Albies, Riley, Olsen, Ozuna, Leonard. So Murphy's not in, so you get a cheap Atlanta catcher or cheaper Travis Anard, which isn't a bad option. He's probably not shouldn't show up on here. I got it filtered out for not playing. They got Murphy selected in here. All right, how many more likes did we get? Let's refresh and see how many likes we got after I mentioned the like button. Why doesn't it show me the likes, homie? Oh man, I can't even now I can't find it. I lost it. All right, let's see what we got. 15 watching, still only 2 likes. Man, you guys are killing me today. I'm bringing the enthusiasm. I just had a bunch of pizza. My wife's got a bunch of drinks for the game tonight. We're gonna make some old fashions. We're gonna hopefully win baseball tickets. That's all I'm chasing. No questions in the chat. No like buttons. Could give out a homer pick. Hit the like button. We get a homer picks. No. I guess my pick would be the homer. Probably Gunnar Henderson today. I'm probably going to have him in a lineup for sure. I'll take Matt Olson, low owned first baseman. No one's going to play for a homer today. I think he looks good. And literally under 1%. So, we talk about this when Atlanta is low owned is probably when you should play him. Like Dodgers back in the day when they're low owned, that's when you should play him. We got Mountcastle. I'm not as high on that. He's batting 5th. I like O'Hearn better than Mountcastle, but I can play O'Hearn at outfield position. So if I want to play one of these expensive first baseman, I still can. So yeah, that's it. So those are my stacks, guys. Check out the playbook if you're premium. Hopefully you are premium. I see the crowds going down, the likes are going down, and there's 0 questions. So maybe I'm not as popular as Sheets as Bobby. Sheets is killing it, but I've had my baseball. I've crushed it. I got a lot of tickets stacked up. Hopefully win some more tickets tonight. I got to build some lineups for the guys in the premium. They want me to build a big lineup. Goldie updated the projections, so those are updated. No more questions. I'm going to go build a couple lineups, and we're going to get out of here. So everyone, good luck tonight. And as always, let's get it.